Hey everyone, I'm just writing down today just some questions that I have for myself that I wanted some more clarity over within business. There's some options that that I have in mind that I want to be able to get some more clarity of. So I've started to write down a few things that we're going to go and muscle test for myself around content, around goal alignment, energetic alignment with that, around some new things that I want to bring out that, I want to see what the first thing to work on is. So as I'm muscle testing the stuff in my business, if you want me to muscle test anything for you guys while we're here, please feel free to just pop in your question and I can do that. I was thinking for myself, I've been doing one-on-one for so long and I absolutely love it and want to definitely continue doing that, but I've been thinking about bringing out programs or some sort of membership. So I just wanted to see my alignment with that. So with the muscle testing, I always use my thumb and forefinger and see what that is, and muscle test that way. So let's have a look here. How much in alignment am I with, doing a group program? So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's actually 90%. And then alignment with doing some sort of membership, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80%. Now, for me, they both feel pretty good. So which one is more beneficial for me to do first? Program, membership? It's not coming up as either. So in that regards, could I do both at the same time? No. Is there something else that I'm missing here? Yeah, so there's something else. I'm going to write down here other, because there's something else that I'm missing here besides the program and membership that actually could be more aligned for me. I would love muscle testing. I would love to see alignment with touring my solo theatre show internationally. That sounds amazing, Happy Medium Kayla. Alignment with touring my solo theatre show internationally for Kayla, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70%. What comes in here, that last 30%, I think there's a fear for you around finances. Whether that means if you're going to have the finances to keep doing the tour as great as what you want, or if you have the finances to even get on the road. I feel like it's the continual build-up of finances that is worrying you. I think there is a fear around the length, like how much touring that you can do, and I think that it's really going to be beneficial for you to have a look at what your next step is. Sorry, I don't have a glass of water here at the moment. What is your next step? So, for example, you might want to tour 10 countries, but realistically, it may be beneficial for you to tour maybe 4 to start with, and then take a break and recalibrate and go, you know what, I can do another 3. Let's add on some more dates or things like that. So I think as much as we want to go gung-ho with a lot of things and go, yep, I want to go 100% all in and not sure how you want to do it, to get your nervous system behind it, it's really important to have a look, okay, what's my next step here? What's my first step that feels really good in the nervous system? Or I'm going to do Scotland for the next 22 shows. I'll see what the money is like there. Yeah, and if doing those 22 shows in Scotland feels really good for you and feels like, yep, I can do it, no brainer, then go and do that and then recalibrate after that. Or you can sit down and go, okay, I really want to have a look at beyond Scotland, and it's like, well, do the figures, do the numbers, and see if you can get yourself energetically and realistically behind doing everything that you want. So there's the two sides of it. There is the energetic alignment, and the reality is that we can energetically align ourselves to absolutely anything we want. But part of it needs to come in sometimes is what logical stuff needs to happen in the meantime around all that as well. So with you, Kayla, have a look at if you can get your logic around your finances with your tour, and that's going to really help you confidently not only get started, but help you get the amount of crowd that you want into it. Because even if there's that slight doubt around, can I make this work, that can I make this work doubt will filtrate into everything that you do in regards to the tour. Maybe it's the bookings, maybe it's, the travel arrangements, or whatever it is. You need to get rid of that doubt. I would love to know what path to take on creating an Enneagram course on one-on-one groups. Yeah, really good question. Create a course so people can sign up. Okay. There's always going to be more resistance to one or the other. So in regards to that, Sarah, groups or one-on-one, let's just see what energetically you're aligned to. And here's the thing, and this is what I was just doing now with myself. It's like, okay, should I continue down the one-on-one path, or should I continue down the membership path? There's two elements here. There's what you're aligned to, the right here and now, with everything that you believe, that you know, that you think, how you look at yourself. There is always energy that will show you around one or the other. But the reality is you can have anything you want. You may just have to do a little shifting around it. So for Sarah, in regards to you around creating that Enneagram course, let's have a look at group alignment to group work, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Sarah, I get so much doubt here for you. So much doubt around, how am I going to do it? Where's the audience coming from? There's so many questions that you have in your mind around this all. It's like all that is clouding your judgment, whether you want to do a one-on-one or a group. But let's have a look at the one-on-one stuff for you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You're 100% aligned to one-on-one because there's no chatter in your head. It's like, oh, I can sell one place and that feels good. So you can do either or. Yes, you're 100% aligned to one-on-one work now, because selling one person feels so much easier than selling to 5 or 10 or 15 or 20. Right? And it feels like there's less marketing work involved in one-on-one. What did you write? I know the world needs it though. You know the world needs it, but you need to show up to the world before you can sell it. You need to put yourself out there, and you're so in your head at the moment around the strategy, the steps, but underneath that is a fear of being seen, being heard, being not good enough, and therefore being judged, and that needs to go first. One-on-one will drain you if you allow it to drain you. And it depends on how you want to work with it, right? So I had a question from a person the other day, and around, this work drains me, that one doesn't. And I reflect back to the time, like my first career. I spent 20 years in fashion design, and I left it. It drained me. It changed me into a person that I didn't want to be. And I reflected back on this a few months ago, probably 5 months ago now. And I said to myself, if I knew everything I knew now, would I have left the industry? And my answer was no. Because it's not about the job. It's not about the product or the service. It's about your perspective to it. So the moment we have the perspective of, I can't do this because of X, then that becomes your reality. So, Sarah, by you telling yourself one-on-ones would drain you, I feel one-on-ones would drain you because you wouldn't charge enough to earn what you need to earn to make a living, so therefore you'd have to do a lot of one-on-ones. But what if you charged appropriately? What if you charge for the results that your clients got? Would you then still be drained if you only had to do, 5 a week, so to speak, and bring in the money that you need? So you really have to have a look at the nuances and the perspectives around why you think the way you think. And the moment you change that, things start to fall into place effortlessly. I had another comment up the top here. Anne-Marie, hi darling. I love to know if I'm focusing on the right business with mindset coaching or whether there's something else that's more aligned. This is a really great question for you, right? So am I focusing on the right business? It goes to the same answer that I just had. Like, if it feels hard for you right now, one of two things need to change. Either the business needs to change or the perspective to the business needs to change. So are you aligned to doing mindset coaching? Is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60%, right? So 60% tells me that you could go either way. And this is the energy that I'm picking up from you. Is like, I could easily pick it up as much as I could easily drop it. Like, it feels super tangible. And when something feels that tangible, like there's no momentum behind it. And you need to be able to utilize the momentum to carry you to get ideas. But I feel there's like a little bit of a lackluster energy. So can you do it? Absolutely you can. Do you want to do it is the other question that you get to ask yourself. Does my body already know how much I'm going to get from my tax return? Absolutely it does. We do carry logical information in our bodies. Yes, it does. Or is it more? All of it. All of it. All of it, Kayla. Everything sits in your body. So logical information, non-logical information, because the logical information comes from the energy that you have. So for example, I do a lot of testing around strategy, and this is something that I've just had on my list here, to test around how much content do I need to put out each day, each week, or each month to market for the goal, end of month goal that I want to achieve. So yes, your body knows. And here's the thing, like especially with tax returns or financial goals, right? Just say, for example, my goal is $50,000 that I want to achieve for the month. My body, my nervous system knows whether it can hold that or not. And this is the main work that I do with my clients, that if you're reaching a goal that you've never had before, your nervous system has no fucking idea how to hold that, right? So your nervous system needs to calibrate energetically to that 50K month. So two things will happen when you calibrate. You get ideas on you get that 50K month idea. You get the ideas on the programs that'll bring the money in. You get the ideas on the people that, the clarity around the people that you want to bring into your world to do the one-on work, to do the group work, what programs to put out, how to market it. Like all that tangible clarity, logical stuff comes when you're energetically fully aligned to where you want to go, and your nervous system feels safe in that zone, right? So absolutely, yes, it knows everything. I can tell by muscle testing how many people are in your peripheral waiting to come into your business. And all you have to do is open the floodgates and allow them to come in. I keep feeling stressed when I get home. Can we test if there's something I need to shift at home? Yes, you need to shift your furniture at home because I'm being brave in the world and can feel fear once I get home. Yes, your feng shui of your furniture feels so extremely off, especially your lounge room and your couch. I feel like your couch is far too big for your lounge room. I have no idea how big your lounge room or your couch is, but the energy just feels stuck. It doesn't flow. I don't know if you even like it when you sit on your lounge suite. It just feels like you hate it. There's another question up here. Next gen. Can this business grow? Yes, of course it can, hon. I have to read properly. Have I got it in me to do it? Now, they are two very different questions, Jane. Can my business grow and do I have it within me to do it? Can your business grow? 100%. Any business can grow. That is a blanket rule. Do you have it within you to do it? That is a twofold question, right? We have the energy that we hold. We have the beliefs that we hold. and they might not be in alignment to where you want to take your business right now. The question ends up being, do you want to do the work to create the energy alignment to go where you want to go? Right? And I'm just going to do a rough muscle testing because I have no idea what your projected goals are. But I'm just going to say, for your next step, what is your current alignment to those goals? It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Fuck, babe. It's 80%. You have a 20% shift that you need to make the next step in your business. So there's not a lot of room that you need to move. Hang on, happy medium. Holy shit, you're right. It's way too big. Yeah, babe, either shrink it, cut it in half, change it, put another color on it so it doesn't look too big. Like that couch, I feel like that couch just needs to go, to be honest with you. I feel like it's got bad juju. I feel like there's been people sitting on there that you don't want that energy in your room. If you can get rid of it. And I never normally say that, but I don't like the feel of that couch, just an FYI. So Jane, in regards to your business, yes, it can grow. There's actually not a lot you need to do. I feel like you're totally overthinking this, babe. You're totally overthinking on what you need to get done. And I feel like it's not even financial stress. I feel like you're trying to prove something to yourself. Like, you're trying to prove to yourself that you can do it. And here's the thing. You're already doing it. You are already doing it. So you don't have to prove it to anyone. You just have to take the next step and be really clear on what that next step is. The moment you go to yourself, I need 5 bookings this week, I know they come in for you because I know you. Right? So the moment you start to get crystal clear on what your next step is, what your overall goal is, and break that down, reverse engineer it into what do I need this week, right? It will just happen for you because you become crystal clear. I feel like you have had a lot on in the last couple of years, babe. Please remember that as well. So when you're ready to refocus on purely business, you get to go, okay, this is where I want to go. This is my next 18-month plan. This is my next 12-month plan. This is my next 6-month plan. And within that, that means I need to do X, Y, Z now. That means I need to promote now. That means I need to push products now over services. I need to get that membership going so that when people are running out of cleanser, moisturizer, toner, exfoliating cream, whatever it is, that automatically goes. And that is my base income that I get to continually build on. And, you get so much more clarity when you do this. Maybe you're overthinking absolutely everything in your life right now. And I get it. I so do, because I know where you've been. But you don't need to. You do not need to. So I really feel for you, the next step is just get pen to paper and get clear on what you want. I feel for you, Jane. This has just come in. Do you want to sell your business eventually? Let me know, Jane, because I have this feeling in the back of my head that once you get it to a certain point, you're going to be ready to sell. Is there another? Yeah. Is there another thing that is in the back of your mind that you want to do? Because I feel like there is a niggle that you have another venture that you have your heart on. Yeah. So part of this for you gets to be, how much do I want for the business and what do I need to do to get it? What does my sales need to be at to get it to the point where I can sell it, to play with my grandchildren? Oh, bless. Yeah, that's one of it, but I feel like you've got another little venture in the back of your mind somewhere. What are the sales I need to do to get the price for it that I want to get for it? Hang on, happy medium, Kayla. Are you picking up anything around selling out my current theatre tour? I don't. I think you'd be really sad without it, to be honest with you. I think right at the moment it gives you a sense of purpose that you need. And the sense of purpose is leading you to another inner transformation. You are so good at what you're doing. I'm floored. Bless you, babe. I'm very good at energy reading is my jam. So yes, I can do this very effectively well now. Kayla, you haven't finished with the theatre. There is something about the theatre for you that's not only giving you purpose, but that purpose is leading you to a deeper transformation and aha moments to do with your life and within yourself. And you haven't come to that point yet, and you need to come to that point before you can even think about doing the transition. I'm just going to close my door because I've got my kids coming home. Hold on. Yeah, we'll talk, Jane. Can you see me with 2 streams of income? Sarah, I can see you with more than 2 streams of income. I can see you with a coaching sort of wellness business that includes retreats. I can see you with your travel business. I can also see you dabbling in investments, whether that's shares or something like that. Yeah, Jane, we'll talk. Theatre is in my heart. Yeah, and there's a reason for that, Kayla, because theatre brings out an expression in you that nothing else does. And that expression is not finished. I feel like that expression that's coming out within you, you don't know yet how to translate it into anything else that you do. And that's an important thing to work out before you even look at moving from it. Yeah, I don't want to transition at all. And then, yeah, it shows. I'd like to sell the tickets out is my question. I'd like to sell the tickets out. So what's preventing you from selling out? I tell you what's preventing you from selling out is the word selling out. That selling out feels so far out of reach for you that you won't sell out with that mindset. Right? I think if you had, say for example, I have no idea how many seats are in a theatre, but I'm just going to throw a number out here for you. If there were 50 seats and that was a sellout for you, you wouldn't sell 50 seats. But if there was 100 seats and 100 seats were a sellout for you, you wouldn't sell 100, but you'd sell 70. Right? It's not about the number of seats. It's about what sellout means to you. Right? So, and this goes the same with anyone that's watching that, wants to reach a milestone in your business. You really have to look at the energy around that you give to that milestone, whether that's selling out, whether that's $1 million, whether it's, whatever that thing is that makes you feel like you've made it. Like there's so much riding on that. So actually for you, Kayla, what I would prefer you do is to get a bigger theatre than what you need, and you'll sell more tickets than what you would sell if you had a little theatre. If you had a 100-seat theatre, you would sell 70%. But if you had a 1,000-seat theatre, you'd still sell 70%. So the question ends up being, what do you truly want? Do you want to sell out? Do you want a certain revenue from it? Like that's the question that you get to say. I feel like the sellout seems to be more important for you at the moment because it gives you a certain amount of like credit, right? How you are seen by others. There is something in this whole thing for you that is how others see you. You've got to let that go. And I feel like I have a 100-seat theatre for Toronto and a 50-seat theatre for Scotland. Right, so if you can get a bigger theatre for Scotland, like I know it might be too late, you will sell more tickets. You've got to let go, and maybe this is your journey for you about how you see others see you. You are already a success. You've already accomplished. You're looking at yourself through the wrong person's eyes. Last question, Sarah. It's okay. I have just launched new Escort by Me tour for next October. River cruises down the Mekong. Ooh, can I come? I have 18 cabins to sell. Will this be popular and sell quick? No. And I'll tell you why. Because there is something about, same thing, sell out, sell quick. It's like it feels too good to be true. It's not about whether it can sell quickly or not. It's about your perception to selling quickly, right? I think you can sell 15 of them. That's how I feel. It's the same thing. And Sarah, this is the same thing about those last 3 spots for Bali. Yeah, there is an energy that you guys have around selling out, selling it all. We've got to rewire the patterning around filling spots, right? It can be so popular, and yes, you can sell it out there, or can you sell it quick? Quick is the wrong word. No, I don't think it's going to sell out quick. I think you can sell it. I don't think you'll sell it all, because you don't have. Yeah, it's that energy around selling it all, selling it out. You've got to shift that. Yeah, I get 15 for the Mekong, Sarah. 15 I feel is your capacity to hold. Are you with these tours? Are you the tour guide? If so, I would look at your capacity to hold more people. 15 cabins would be great. Yes, 15 cabins would be good. But you're going to need to give yourself time to sell it. Yeah, you need to give yourself the energy, momentum is for you is going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to have extra standing room at the back. Standing room, doesn't cut it, Kayla. And that's about being honest with yourself. You don't want people standing. You don't want to sell standing room. That feels amazing to have people standing, but you got to be honest with yourself. It's not what you really want. I'll escort them from New Zealand. Just escorted, not guide. Yeah. I don't know. There's something feels iffy around this one for me, Sarah. I'm not grabbing it. It's not coming. It feels like there's a capacity that you can hold. I feel like you've got a lot going on in your personal life, Sarah. There's some heavy energy personally for you, which is letting your business down. There's a lot of self-doubt around that Mekong one for you. Business in general, especially, yeah. I want you to open up more, Sarah, because for some reason you can be hard to read at the moment, which tells me you're really closed off. You're really protecting yourself from something. Oh, can I be honest with you? I feel you're scared of out-earning your husband. And it's so easily possible for you. I think that's what's holding you back. So you are super closed off. Yeah. You gotta move you gotta move that shit, babe. That's gonna cap you forever if you don't deal with it. And it's not about him, it's about you. And it's all about our perception to things. I'd love to be a hit show of a festival, and I'm holding Kayla, get rid of the word hit show. Those upper limit words is triggering the F out of you. If I can get a second bigger venue for a few shows there. Put all the words all over my screen. Kayla, those words that you have, the upper, that hit your upper limit, the hit shows, the sell out, the energy you have around them is keeping you small. It's like all these words that you have, and headline, and head act, and forgive me, they're not coming to my mind right now. They are keeping you small because it feels almost unachievable, unattainable for you. So you've got to move that. Subconsciously, I don't want him to feel emasculated. You can't control how he feels, Sarah. You can't control how he feels. You can control how you handle things, and you can handle earning money in a feminine way, right? And this is where you get to ask yourself, how would I emasculate my man if I earned more than him, right? And here's the way that a lot of women emasculate their man by earning more. I'm going to retire you. You don't have to work anymore. Babe, it's not your decision to make. If he comes to you and goes, you know what, I feel we're comfortable financially and I want to take a step back from work, that's his perspective. Let him deal with that. Right? The moment us women start making decisions for the man, that's when we start to emasculate them. But you get to still sit in your feminine, right? You get to still be the one that does business in a feminine way. Or you got to use your masculine and feminine to do business. So the difference also is how you come together in relationships. Yes, we can be we have to step into our masculine to some point to execute business, right? So feminine is about the flow and the ideas and the creativity and the intuition and the healing. The masculine side of us is the action orientated. And we need both of them to do business. But then we need to separate business from relationships and to fall back into our full feminine in relationships. And that's where we get to discover differently for us how to do that. Yeah, it's like, I feel for you, Sarah, it's like, it ends up to be like this veil of protection. It's stopping you from being seen, being heard. Yes, so because you're both in the travel business together, once you start your anagram business, it's really coming into the nuances on how you navigate this physically, but also how you treat him, right? If by earning more money, and I'm not saying this is you, if by earning more money you feel more powerful, and if you feel more powerful than him and feel like the need to control him and make all the decisions, that's when you totally emasculate him, right? So there needs to be a conscious acknowledgement from you on how money makes you feel and how money makes you feel in conjunction to your partner. I want to do the show with the most fun presence I can. Yep. And this is helping me relax into this. Beautiful. I'm going... It's flicking too fast. I'm going to start running ads and posting clips of my show. Perfect. You need to post clips of your show. I'm nervous of judgment. Judgment will happen. I also feel like it's important to break through for me. Yes. And being seen. And this is a really big thing for you. In regards to judgment. We're going to be judged. The bigger we get, the more we're going to be judged. Reality. We all have different opinions, right? And some people are going to like it and some people are going to not. And some people are going to voice that like or dislike louder than others. And it's like we've got to stay solid, right? We've got to stay solid in our lane. And the how we stay solid in our lane is that we back our decisions that we make. We make our decisions from alignment. And when we make our decisions from alignment on how we act, who we want to be, what we want to do, then other people can have all the judgments that they fucking want. And it doesn't matter. But also, the key to that is to have the support system around you to help you through the difficult times, right? Because some people's judgments will cut harder than others. Some you will be able to just dismiss. Some you won't. So it's having the support around you to help you go, Kayla, turn a blind eye to that one. It's got nothing to do with you, right? Now, that question that you've put in, that that's not a question, Kayla, it's a statement. I want to bring in more money than my partner, I want to bring in more than my partner financially as well. Why have you languaged it like that, right? Why have you put it in there, I want to bring in more than him? Why are you competing with him? That sentence and the way you've languaged that automatically says you're sitting in a masculine energy, and that will emasculate your partner. That's how I'm having the bravery to move forward with this. My partner is such a fantastic support. Yeah, it's so important to have a partner that supports. So instead of saying to yourself, Kayla, I want more money than my partner, what's a more effective thing to say is, I want this much money, right? I am sitting in a masculine energy. Yeah, which is really interesting because you're in theatre, and if you're performing on stage, that's such a feminine energy, right? But there is a drive and a rigidity about you that is protecting you. And I feel like you've held this on for so much of your life, and hence the reason why that I lost it because I'm reading at the same time. And a medium, so feminine and there, yeah. But there's a coat of armor around you, on you, that you have put there for safety. And I feel like this is like a proving energy. I need to prove that I can do this. I need to prove. And by you saying that I want to earn more than my partner, it's a proving energy to him. So there, you get to let go of that proving energy that allows you to sit comfortably in your feminine, but not only your feminine, but allows you to flow through both. You're more than welcome, Sarah. It allows you to flow through both your masculine and feminine effectively when needed, but it also allows you to sit in your feminine in your relationship as well, allowing him to hold you, allowing him to provide that safety for you, allowing him to hold space for you, allowing him to lead in the relationship. And here's the good question that I have for you. Do you trust your partner to lead you in your relationship? And then the second question to that is, do you trust anyone? Yeah. It's like, oh my God, how the fuck is someone going to lead me? Yeah. So remembering as well, trust is not necessarily about you trusting someone else. Trust is about you trusting you. You trusting you that the decisions you make are aligned to you. You trusting you that you have clear boundaries and standards that's aligned to you. You can't control what other people do, but you can trust and lead yourself. Well, here's the thing. If you can't trust other people to lead you, you can't trust yourself to lead yourself, because you are ultimately the one that is making the decision on what partner you want to co-create with or not. Is it best to work through these that don't serve me and hold me back? Meditation, journaling. Meditation and journaling, Sarah, can definitely help you. Yes, I'm just trying to think. There's something missing from there that I have. It's not just meditation and journaling. There is something else. Actually, meditation. Which one is going to be more effective to Sarah to work through these? Meditation, journaling. Give me something else, Sarah. Do you know what? And I will admit here, I don't know anything about Enneagram. But what I'm getting here is that is going to help you, give you more clarity than anything ever would. So I would start there for you with your own modality. Do you know, it's funny, I tested mushrooms. No. I actually tested mushrooms on someone the other day and it came up and I'm like, okay, for me that never comes up. And it wasn't that she needed to take it, it's that she needed to draw it. I feel like, how could he lead me when I have huge goals and visions? How can he lead you? He doesn't lead you in your business, babe. He leads you in the partnership. He leads you in your relationship. He leads you in the family environment. I want to co-create with him. It's been the topic. I feel like him bringing in more finances would also help with the co-creation. Absolutely, it would. Right? I've been struggling with imposter syndrome for the last few weeks though I keep getting daily reminders with my clients. I can't read properly. I keep getting daily reminders with my clients want and need my services. Bearded Kiwi bloke. Yes. I just want to test something here for you because I think this is really, really, really important for you. How many clients do you currently have in your field that is waiting for you to be ready to take them on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 people. No, that's wrong. There are 5 businesses. I feel like you're more B2B than B2C, right? And correct me if I'm wrong here. You are hiding dramatically from the responsibilities of business. I feel like you think that you can't be a business owner, a front person, an action person, a technician, like the person that does. Yes, but you don't see yourself as a business owner, and that is what is holding you back. And the more that you hide, that'll just disappear. I know the 5 names. So what is important for you to do is, what is about business that scares you? Is it the finances? Is it the, I feel like there's an ownership of responsibility that you're scared to own, right? There's a fear you're going to fuck up. And here's the thing, we all do. And it's okay because we own it and we move on and we fix it. And that is the good thing about, okay, lots of information here. That's the good thing about doing business, is we learn and we grow. The thing that your business is lacking at the moment is a little bit of structure. So what is the back end structure that you need? Is it accounting software? Is it a spreadsheet to keep track of things? Is it a diary to, formally put things in? I feel like there's structural stuff in there that will help give you the safety and security that your business needs, so then you can execute your role. I feel, let me just test this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, 100%. It's the structure of what you feel your business needs to support you in executing and bringing those people in and feeling safe within your business, right? So have a look at what you feel that structure of technical support, the structure that is needed to technically support you. So it's not about the mindset here. It's about structures in place in the business. It excites me to think he would lead the home. No, he's not going to lead the home. You're going to lead the home. He's going to lead the relationship, right? Kayla, it feels like that you have never had a good example on what a healthy relationship is. Bearded Kiwi bloke, if you've got more questions, just pop it in. You've never had a really good example of what a healthy relationship looks like when a man is sitting in his masculinity and a feminine is sitting in her femininity, and you're confused on how that technically operates and emotionally operates, right? So I think this is a really good avenue for you to explore deeper with other balanced couples, right? So look in your world and even look beyond your world. Who has a healthy relationship, and what does it look like? What does it actually look like technically? And I had this conversation with a woman a few months ago, and she was a woman of an extremely wealthy businessman, and she was talking to me about the technicalities of her role in the household and in the relationship, right? And this gentleman earns multi-millions, like probably borderline billions, and she knows that she needs to take care of all the arrangements for the family, and she knows what his role is as well in the relationship, and there's very clear indications from both of them on how everything sits and operates. And this is really important for you and for him to get clear on. All our friends, we think, have that. We have great communication and boundaries, but I love to understand more. Yeah, and the reality is, Kayla, that you get to work it out together on what that looks like. But the fact that you know you're sitting in your masculine, there is part of you that doesn't know what it looks like and doesn't feel safe falling into that role, right? I have a fear that I'd love my career, and I don't want to take, I'm confused, hang on. I have a fear that I'd love my career and I want to take care of arrangements. What do you mean by that, darling? Oh, lose my career. You don't have to. So as we said, you get to create the life that works for both of you. So if you have a healthy, so you feel that you had to have a healthy, thriving career, you can't have a healthy, thriving relationship. And you need to work out how you can have both, because you can, right? What if I look on the home stuff and I lose my career? Why would you do that? Why would you need to work out how it works well for you in how can you do both? Because you can do both, but in your mind at the moment you can't. So the moment there's a part of you that doesn't feel worthy of both, and the moment that you start to gain clarity on your worth, you get to also see in that how it can technically operate, but you can't see how it technically operates at the moment because you have this belief in your subconscious that if I have a thriving business, I can't have I can't have a healthy, thriving relationship. And you won't see how you can have both until you clear that. I so needed this talk. There's a lot for you to work on, babe, but just take it one step at a time. But part of it gets to be your self-worth and how you see yourself, how you compare yourself and see yourself, and how you see yourself compared to others. Because at the moment it's not working for you, and the more you keep going down this track, you're going to be pushing really hard for the results that you're getting. And you're probably getting really good results, but you can get 10 times better if you start seeing yourself for what you're really worth. And you're not seeing yourself through your own lens at the moment. How can I best clear that? I want to be in my feminine more. Well, I can help you clear that. And that's what I do with all my clients is we clear any resistance to what's coming in their way, right? Whether it's resistance, clearing it towards money, clearing it towards relationships, clearing it towards next level of business, You should, and the moment you push, like let's push, like free flowing is allowing things to move. The moment you're pushing against something, something's pushing back at you. And the moment you recognize what that is that you're pushing against and release it, flow happens, right? So the moment anyone starts to push in their career, in their business, in their relationship, identify that. There's so many ways that you can release resistance. There is, for even some people, identifying what that resistance is can clear it. Identifying, I work with kinesiology, I work with hypnotherapy, I work with NRT and all those modalities to help clear it. Doing it by yourself, we use, coaching ourselves through it. We can meditate through it. We can journal through it. But if you've got to be very externally subjective to yourself, right? You've got to be able to call yourself out, or else you're not going to see your own blocks, right? That's something that I can only do to a certain extent, even myself, where I know that if I'm having an argument with somebody, if I'm knowing that I'm feeling this is pushing too hard, my question for myself is all the time, what am I doing? Who am I being that is creating that resistance? And it's only probably the last 3 or 4 years that I've come to the point where I can drop the ego and not push against the, no, it's not me, I'm right, to go, what do I need to shift? Right? But even I have my own coaches, because sometimes I can't even see my own bullshit, right? Because we have solid stories that has been with us for years that tells exactly why we are where we are and justifies it all. For you, Kayla, there is a reason why you are, and that's because of the way you were treated from your parents. And there is a big abandonment wound there that you have not worked through yet. And unless you work through that and anything else that's in your way, you won't get to where you want to be. You won't have the relationship, the loving, supporting, nurturing relationship that you want. This beautiful, nourishing notion, I've been working with her for 2.5 years, has it been, hun? Oh my God. Her relationship has changed. Her business has changed because she personally has changed dramatically. Like, she has a loving relationship that she loves more than anything. Maybe she might love her business more. No, kidding. But that's the byproduct of having those eyes on you. So if you want, Kayla, hit me up in the DMs and I'm happy to talk to you further about that too. So I wasn't expecting to come on here for this long, but I did. If anyone else has any questions before we end it, I didn't even get to muscle test all the stuff that I needed to test through because I wanted to have a look at my own personal content and see what is happening with content in my business, because I feel like for me there is some tweaking that I need to make to really be on point. You're more than welcome, Kayla. Hey, Kayla, when do you go on tour? Did you say September? Oh, you might have gone. But yeah, I'm interested to know when you're going on tour. August. End of August? Why do I feel September is like peak for you? Like peak. Like I have my Toronto shows in 2 weeks. Okay, if you've got Toronto in 2 weeks, you need to do something to pick up your energy. Yeah, you're sitting at a low. Energetically, you're 10, 20, 30. You're only 30% of you. Yeah, so look at the way you eat. Yeah, you need to clean. Your diet needs to clean up. Clean, eat lots of greens. I feel like I want to alkaline your system. Yeah, and anything else that you normally do to pick your energies up. Can you do that? If you don't do it for you, do it for me, because your energy is really low, and it will be. You're going to need to actively do something until the middle of September, because I feel like between now and September you've got some internal shifting to do, and then September feels like you're going to be back on your high. Okay, if you want, keep chatting to me in the DMs. I want to go because I want to finish the rest of my muscle testing for myself. Thank you for the chat, guys. I really appreciate your time.